Right, hello everybody. I thought I would, oh, this is part 9, yes, before I forget. And I thought I'd do some tags because we done the, I done the bleaching ones and these craft cards, or they were actually greeting cards, blank greeting cards, and they didn't lift at all. So I thought, no, I've got loads of these because used to make cards. So I thought I'd do something else with them. I'm going to gesso them, do a little bit of stamping and use a bit of vellum with them. So I will show you one, but while I'm here I'm going to just gesso a few more. So people have been asking me, how long it takes me to make a journal. Yes, it does take me a long time. That's because I enjoy the process and I enjoy doing different things in it. So I'm never going to be rushed doing a journal. So I just can't, So you have to excuse me for how long it does take, but I love every minute of it. So that's the way it is. Right, so all I only do one on camera, but I'll do the other ones in a minute. But I'm just going to gesso just bits of the card. I'll just put a bit on there and then I'll get the trusty old credit card. Because I need to lighten a few things up in the book, so I'm not worried about how it is and whether it covers everything. That is it. This is what I class as the fun part, And this is, you never know what you're going to do or how it's going to turn out. Some are rubbish. You can usually do something with them, but let's put some more on there. See, that's how I get it all over my hands. So that's going to be in all the video today. Oh dear. Okay. Right. Okay, I'll do the rest off camera and then I'll be back. Well then, so they're all nice and dry. So what I'm going to stick on next is some dictionary paper. I've got a French dictionary here, which is cream paper, and then I've got an English dictionary, which is white. So I thought if I do one of each, and then we can see the differences in the technique with the two different colours, which is again interesting in itself. So I just rip it. I quite like those edges actually on that. It's quite nice. So I'm just going to actually rip that down the middle. That's fine. Take the top off there. I keep all those bits, do things with it. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'll stick it down. I'll just do the other one first. I want to get the bird on this one though, I think. Bird and butterfly. So put that down there. Take that off. Let's have a look. There. Yeah, that'll be fine. Right, that's that too done. So what I'll do now is just glue them down. And for this, because I'm going to work on top of them, I think very watered down glue would be okay, but I tend to use matte medium because I know I can work on top of this. So Mod Podge can seal it a bit too much, and sometimes you want to change it. So the trouble is with anything like that, then you can't work on the top of it. So I tend to use this. It's not the cheapest thing, but it is really good. And I've got quite a bit of it because I do a bit of mixed media. Not so much now, but I still love it. And I try and sort of incorporate it in my journals now if I can, because I do sort of like really enjoy messing around with paint and getting messy, as you can tell. So leave that to dry. This is one of the cheapest matte mediums, so I hope you can see that. There's lots of brands on there, but I just get the cheapest one and it works for me. So come down a bit because there'll be a hole in the top there, so I quite like that butterfly. Might not even see it in the end of it. that'd be funny. Save the butterfly and not, you won't even see it. There we go. I'll just leave them to dry a minute. Okay, well I'm just going to dry these now. Okay then, that's all dry. So what I want to do now, I'm going to just stress it even a little bit more because I just quite like that. You do lose bits, but I don't mind. And like there, it rubs out a few of the words. Make sure they're very dry before you do this, though, else you will lose it all. Just want to get in there a bit. Okay, that's that. Now, I think I'm going to ink up the edges now with a bit of tea stain, but not too much because I actually want these kept on the lighter side, and we've got a bit of brown going on there. So again, I do like it around the edges. So right, note, I've got a white piece of card here which I've used gesso on. I've used the matte medium, and I love this because I actually utilize these things. I paint on them, I do whatever, I stamp on them after, and then sometimes I scan them in and make some tags out them, or if you didn't want to scan it in, just make some tags, and it creates some really wacky backgrounds. Haven't got any handy actually. I seem to have used them all up at the moment. So all right, let's add a bit of stain to that. And again on this one, you know, this is quite white, so I need it aged a bit more really. And where we've scratched away, it's picked up lovely on there. This one didn't scratch away so well actually. So, you see what I mean? It creates a very battered look. This one will be okay. Okay, well that's those ones done. I don't know, I'll spritz that with water actually. I quite like the way that's looking now. So I'm going to stamp now, and I want a very long one. Tim Holtz, one of his longest, I think. That one's quite nice. I love this one. Yeah, definitely that one. And I think, oh, I quite like that too. Yeah, I haven't used that one yet, so that'd be nice. I'm going to do that one first. All right. I'll just show you how to do one, because I'll do that one now. For time, really. Sorry. Stopping mid-sentence. Right, I don't know how dark this one is. No idea how dark this is. So I wanted grey, and then green, maybe green in the front. So to bear with me. That doesn't seem too bad. Let's have a look. Well, I'll stamp on here first. Oh, no, that's fine. That'd be a good background. Hope I'm in the middle. Yeah. Okay, yeah, and that's fine. I'll just dry that a bit though. Okay, and the next one I'm using, oh, that was hickory smoke, and this one is peeled paint. I've actually got brushed corduroy as well. Actually, I'm going to use that one first on a smaller stamp. Just got an idea. So if I use that, no, I use that one on there, I think. Yeah. Let's see what happens. No idea. It's quite wet, that one at the moment, so I'm going to come down a bit. Yeah, that didn't really do anything. That's quite wet, that one, actually. But it's okay. I'll leave it. No worries. So this one isn't peeled paint. Don't understand why they're so wet, actually. No, that's fine. There might be too much going on. Okay, right, what I'm going to do, it's still too far back with that. I'm going to use my other ink pad now with a brown and make sure I've got a really, really good impression on the top. All right, I quite like that colour green, but it's just, you just can't really see it, to be honest. It looks a bit rubbish. All right, so oops. Put that one back on, just give it a bit of a wipe. Now, don't like that. Right then, as you know, I didn't like that one at all, and I think I know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, because what it is, the text is too prominent, it has to be gessoed over as well. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to gesso over it, but this one I'm just going to make that run because I actually quite like the colours there. And because we're protected with that other stuff anyway, it's okay. So I'm just going to get that in there like that. That's fine. And then I'm going to gesso over that, which I'll just go and get that in a minute. There we go. Okay, right, so I'm going to use VersaFine and Stays On, I think would be the best bet. Actually, I'm going to do the tea first. Just going to see if that works. Because it did on all the other things, but sorry. I do like that tea for a background. Okay, we've got a, yeah, no, that's fine, because we've got very subtle in the background, because we're going to come forward now, and I want my little one there as well. I'll do one of those in the background. Like that. That's it. And then this one with the VersaFine, where it's gone. Okay, that's loads better. And what I'm going to do is add a bit of green with the ink pad in different areas. All right, but what I'm going to do first is heat set that. Let's cover those up a minute. Yeah, that peeled paint. I've never used this one before ever, so just want to sort of get a bit of green here and there. That's it. And then I'll blend with a clean one, just to lovely. That's good, because time we go use the dark around the edges, I think that's going to look quite nice. I do feel I still want something down here though, so I'm going to use that little stamp down there, I think, as well. And it's definitely better for the gesso on the top of the words. Okay, and a bit the other side too. Like that. Far better. Okay, still want some more green on though. What I'm going to do is this. Hopefully that won't dry, because that's really wet, look. That's the wettest one I've got, I think. Add a bit of water. That's good, that's better. So it's all about playing and not being scared to make a mess and go wrong, really. Yeah, I like that. And a bit more. Okay. I want to get some of that off. I want some up here. Yes. Yeah, I like that. Definitely needed the green. Okay, loads better. Yep, I'm happy with that now. Yeah, it's actually really difficult to get that balance where I'm so used to do it on light card and I know exactly what I'm doing, but with this one it was to get any colour in it, it just wasn't working. But the text is in the background now and I've got a bit green going on because I'm going to put vellum over the top as well, so it's got to be, so that's going to dull things down. Do you see? And then I want vellum round and then I'm going to stitch around it, so we need it to show through a little bit. I think it needs to a little bit warmer still on the, when you look at it, it's still a bit cold looking for me, which I will use some of the purple that, well, not, it wasn't purple, was it? It was some funny name. What was it again? Must be here. Oh, aged mahogany. So I will use a bit of that, but I quite like that now. So I'll get on and do the other two a minute. Okay, so that's them done. And what I feel now is that I really find this is too heavy. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to ink up with the aged mahogany, which is that one there. Okay, because I want to create a bit of warmth in them. I think they look a bit cold. So I'm going to get messy and then I'm going to spray it with water. Okay, because I just feel that they're just, oh, I do have a problem with green. Blue I have no problem with, but green I struggle so much with that colour. It's one of those colours that I never get right. But I'm determined, I will keep trying. It is a matter of just playing. It looks a bit browny up there now, so let's make that a bit heavier. Just keep him around the outside. I still might end up pretty naff, but anyway, we shall see. I'm going, I don't like them, and I'll never throw nothing away. I keep them as a reminder of what not to do. Oh dear. Right, where's my spray? Just a light mist, because I want to get rid of that brown in the background. Okay. Because that, I think that was the VersaFine in the background, so that's set now because we heat set it, but that's all right. All right, let's dry that. Okay, so that was the VersaFine. So because we heat set it, It's actually stayed there, but I still prefer this colour. I really do. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to ink around the edges. Get my other sponge though. Right at the bottom there. Okay. Let's again, very rustic. Seems to be happening with this journal like that. There we go. And that was the other one that I done. Okay, so this didn't move because, as you know, it's VersaFine, but the Distress ink will because it reacts with water. So if you're beginning with different, with this sort of thing, then I suggest you use your inks, your Distress inks, and then you can just literally get rid of it. So, but there's some interesting things going on here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually varnish these because I think it brings everything alive a bit. So I'll get that again. It seems to brighten up the colours a bit. You don't really need to do this because you're covering in vellum, but I'm happier if I do it. And before you do that, I suggest if you want to get rid of any colour, you do it now. Just rub it away. So, preferably with a clean wet wipe. Yeah, just quite like that word there. What I'm going to do, actually, get some more of the words up. Oh my gosh, I quite like it with nothing on there. I'm going back to where I began. Oh, funny. Oh dear, see what it looks like. I think I'll be editing and all that out. Oh dear. Okay, right. This is all finished now. So I'm going to put some vellum over. This is what I had sort of, I want it so that it's sort of covered like that, and then we got a bit poking out, and I'm going to stitch around. Actually, this isn't quite big enough. This will do the smaller one. We want that like that. Yeah, definitely. So, and what I'm going to do is stitch around here and over there and then along here. So I'll go and do that in a minute. Here we go. So that's all stitched around. And then I will just tear off. Usually this is tracing paper actually. Okay. I don't mind it torn to the stitching either. I quite like that. Like so, because I think that looks quite nice. Which I'm going to do that there as well, because I like that. This probably won't happen this side, will it? Oh yeah, well, that's fine. Okay. Should have done that straight away because I really like that, but I didn't know about it. Just got this idea in my head. And when I get these ideas, I've just got to play until I come up with something. That's fine. Yep. And then make a hole in the top. Reinforcers on. don't think these do anything actually, because it's thick card anyway, so you don't need them, but I like the look of them. I must probably cover the back, but just in case I don't, because, you know, that's it. And then I think little sentiment or something down here. And then, I mean, it seems a lot of work just for, you know, for a tag, but then, you know, they are your own when you do this, and it's something that you've created. So I need to darken down the stitching a bit, because it's just in my face a bit. But of course I have the dark one on, so I don't mind. I don't mind. Let's get it right. So I'm just going to trim that off because I don't like it. If I'd have ripped it straight down, it would have been okay. That's better. Okay. Okay, yeah, like I said, it's quite a lot of work for what you do, but I just think a little poem down here, or some words, like, I'll show you a minute, like I've done through the book. Oh well, I've got bramble leaves here, so that would look quite nice. To cut it a bit straighter though. And cut the edges. And what about putting that there with maybe a little bit of something else down the bottom? Let's have a look. It's a bit of white or something. That's better. That's off-white. I have soaked that in a bit of tea actually. I think that would be nice. Just a bit. Like that. Yeah, I can work with that. That's all right. Yeah, it is quite a long process, but if you do loads at once, I mean, some work out and some don't. You know, some are... Oops, sorry about that. It's not brambles, but hey ho. Who knows? It might be. There we go. Yeah, no, that's quite good. And then put something on the top. Yeah, I like that. And I'll finish the other two, and then I'll show you those and show you what I've done. Okay. Right then, so I finished them all. That was the one I showed you what to do. Is there. And then that was the other one I've just finished off and just added a bit of, you know, a bit of collage work here. Not much, just a little bit, because it doesn't need much, but I love this. And that was the one I had a really good laugh at, because I totally rubbed everything out. So I hope I'm not going to edit not going to edit it. I'm going to leave it in because I did play it back and listen to it, and I thought, well, actually, it was really funny. So I shall leave it there. Anyway, so that was the 3 tags that I done for today. So I hope you enjoyed. Hope you've enjoyed the video today, and there'll be, was that part 8? It could be part 9 or 10. I can't remember. How bad is that? But I will know when I post it. So again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope I brought a smile to your face today. Bye bye.